3 things home sellers should know in this shifting market. You want to stick around and watch? This is Kasama Lee, your community realtor. Have you heard the latest? That we are in now a shifting market? It's actually shifted to what used to be a normal market. You see, the pandemic in 2020 just sort of created this burst of accelerated home appreciation and shortage of inventory and a really one of the all-time low interest rates. We are no longer in that era. We are actually going back to what is called normal real estate. The number of days of homes sitting on the market is taking longer. Yes, longer than what's been happening in the last 3-4 years, which confuses a lot of home sellers on the market. But being that I've been in this industry for quite some time, over a couple of decades, yes, we have seen average homes on the market, sitting on the market longer the way it is now. Now, let's talk about the 3 most important things that if you are considering selling, or if you're just a homeowner who may not be thinking about selling, you should know about these 3 elements that are impacting our shifted market as we are today. By the end of this video, you should have a clearer picture of what to expect, what to anticipate, and what the market is doing that is reshaping the condition of the market. If you find this type of content valuable, you want to hit subscribe, you know it, and the notification so you don't miss future videos. I thank you for your support, for sharing the content, for subscribing, for replying. That is all great for the channel to continue to grow. Thank you. Let's get right to it. Element number 1, there is more inventory now on the market. As a matter of fact, if you see this chart right now, the number of homes for sale is at the highest point in 6 years. That is what is happening nationally. So it's not just one specific area. Now, it's great if that's not what's happening in your community or your city. There are some exceptions always to the rule, to the national statistics. So if you are not in that area where there are a ton more listings for buyers to look at, that's wonderful, because you can probably still anticipate multiple offers. There's still some happening right now, depending on what they're doing with the second element that I'm going to be talking about in just a little bit. Now, does this mean that because there are more homes on the market now, do buyers have more power? Not necessarily. What it means, though, is that buyers have more choices to choose from, and they can take their time. So you're going to see when we're doing open houses now, we see pre-approved qualified buyers in the market looking to buy. They're just not pulling the trigger as quickly as they used to, because they know that there are, so many more houses that they need to look at that is in their price range. And if you were buying, you would probably do the same thing. Element number 2, putting your home on the market at the right price matters now more than ever. It is about coming out of the gate at the right price, instead of thinking that your home is probably it's worth more and it should be priced higher because it may have some high-end features, it may have all the luxury features, and then there's 5 other homes, right, that's comparable to yours that may not have all of it but is priced much lower. Well, guess what? The buyer's going to go for because they have the ability to shop, like I talked about in the first point, they're going to take their time and they're going to pick a home that may have comparable number of bedrooms and bathrooms and square footage and so on and so forth, or maybe has a more desirable floor plan, and they're going to go with the one that they can get the most bang for their buck. So price it well coming out of the gate, and this is where you should lean on your local real estate agent to kind of give you a range or a ballpark of what that might look like, and it may not be the number that you were anticipating. So the question you have to ask yourself is, are you looking to sell, and how much time do you have to let it sit on the market before you can sell? There's a direct correlation to that, right? Of the motivation of the seller. Now, based on this article, here's how to avoid being one of those sellers who has to reduce their asking price. Daniel Hale, chief economist at Realtors.com, says, the rising share of price reduction suggests that a lot of sellers are anchored to prices that aren't realistic in today's housing market. Today's seller would be wise to listen to feedback they are getting from the market. And you can see the chart, right, of price reductions that are happening as of May 2025. The average is 19.1% of sellers nationwide have been making price reduction. And you look at the chart on the screen now, California has an 18% of sellers making price reduction since they've been on the market. Element number 3, flexibility wins negotiations. What does that mean? If you are a seller and you have some flexibility to negotiate on inspection concessions, on closing cost concession to the buyer, you're going to have a better chance of being that listing that actually goes into escrow. See, the beautiful word right now is not listing. The beautiful word right now is being in escrow. That's what every seller would love to be able to see, because that means at the end of it, they would be able to move on with their goal, okay? So if you look at the chart on the screen, the data from Redfin shows that nearly 44.4% of sellers are willing to negotiate. So there you have it. These are the 3 important elements in the current summer of 2025 market that every seller should pay attention to, especially before you put your house on the market. I hope this has been helpful to you. Thanks for following me along, and thanks for watching.